Hello, welcome to this video on the price links, inquiry and contact login software. Currently on the search screen for inquiries. As you can see, when the inquiries come up on the search screen, all the key information for each inquiry, such as the status, job type, required, dates, etc., are all listed there. The job notes are down the bottom. If I just scroll up, you'll see those change. And then we have a number of options to find existing inquiries. So we can search by the inquiry number, the job type, job status, order number, the client and site. We can select dates to search between and the area code. And they can all be ordered by those same criteria. So we want to take a look at an inquiry. We just double click on the inquiry we want. And in the top of the screen we can see all the details that were in the grid there that have already been entered. Below that, the notes. We also have an internal memo where we can store notes that the customer won't see. And at the bottom of the screen we have all our contact notes, which are date and time stamped, where we can enter a comment and a reference against each contact. And to the right of that we have a more detailed memo area where we can enter more detailed notes against each comment. So I just scroll up the comments there, you'll see the memo changing to the right there. So entering an inquiry is fairly straightforward. We just click the insert button, select a client if we want, and also the site. So if I put in site details there, then certain details will be set for us automatically, going by the contract plan associated with the client or site that we've entered there. And this one's just a 30-day with 30-day response, so the inquiry dates are pre-filled for us. We can enter a job type. So if we want to say this is an inspection test. Job status, well, it's just pending at the moment. If we want, we can enter a start date for the job. So if I want to set that for next week, then we can auto enter the job number as well, and then we can enter a description for the job here, or we can look it up from some preset notes. All these presets can be set up in the database areas. So if it's a inspection test for say a 3-month alarm test, we set all the details in there, and then we can enter our contact notes as we require there. So if I just post that one off, and it will set the next job number and the inquiry code for it. And if I go back to our inquiry search, if we want to look at any jobs that are overdue, then we can just click the overdue button there, and it will show jobs which are not yet completed. So we've got 2 there, and that one has not yet been started. The one before has been started but not yet completed. If you want to see what the issue is, there might be some comments on it, so if we select either of those, then we can look into the comments, and we can see here we're waiting a part for this job. You can see that the engineer has attended the site. It's a non-stock item that's required, so it looks like it's on order, and the job will be completed as soon as the part arrives. So if the customer contacts you, you've got all the information you need to explain why it's not been completed on time. Similarly, we have another report which will show you the jobs that are required in the next so many days. I've got 7 set by default, but you can alter that if you want. So if I want to have a look what is due in the next 7 days, we can run that, and that will show the 2 outstanding ones, obviously. And then we have 2 more set for which are going to be required next week. We've got an inspection test and some pat testing that are required next week. It'll give us a list of what we need. The KPI charts will show us how we're doing on work. Not very well by the looks of this, but we've only got 2 jobs in there. So if I just set the date back a little bit, so if I set it back to the 1st of last month, then we've got a few more jobs in there now, and you can see that 75% of our jobs were completed on time. So that's still not very good, but see in the a live application, you're going to have a lot more jobs in it than this. So you might want to filter those dates, and also you can filter by the client and site, or by the job types, which might give you a better idea of which ones are getting completed on time or not. So that gives you your key performance indication. And the labour tracing, if you have the maintenance software, then that's all taken care of. But if you don't, what this will do is, with the small works, when you enter your job sheets, there's an option to update the Enquiry module. And if you do update the Enquiry module, then it will show you where all the workers have been, in other words, the sites they've been on, and for which clients, and the dates and times they started and completed the work. So you can have a complete trace on where they were at any previous stage. So if a customer contacts you, for instance, and says, your guy didn't do this right when he came out on a certain day, it happens occasionally. You can just check it here, and it might well be that actually it was a different company went out, not yourself. So it's often can be useful to know where the employees were. And again, you can filter that by the engineer, by the job, invoice, client and site details, and the date. So that's just a very brief overview of the Enquiry module. If you'd like more information, please contact us or take a look at our website at pricelinks.co.uk. Thank you for your time.